Hey everybody. So we have a really special guest here today. She's a dear, dear, dear sister of mine, wise, ancient, ancient soul who's returned to open up some big things with us. And I want to introduce you to Sharon.
Hi.
She's an ancient guardian, and I'm going to share with you guys how we exactly met, and it was through number of synchronicities, but we were guided to meet by the higher dimensional beings. And Sharon saw me on what you saw me on a show?
Um, Dave Mahoney was who I was following at the time, and I saw you in Ireland with him. And then I saw you on a YouTube show with some, there was a blonde head lady you were talking to that you said you counseled with, and I made a comment and you replied to my comment. And ever since then, we've been in connection.
Yeah, so Sharon's from Colorado. She's along the Spanish Peaks, which is, I came to discover, a very, very significant sacred area. And I believe this isn't her first incarnation in that area. She's been a guardian, she's been assigned to that area for many lifetimes. And we had quite the experience together. But so the what caught my attention was Sharon reached out to me and she sent me a photo of her night camera outside of her home one night, and it was an ancient being that she captured. We did a read on it, and it was an ant being. So an ancient ant being, which the Hopi talk about, and they're very higher dimensional beings. They since that meeting with her and since that reconnection, we found out a whole bunch of information about the ant people. But that was my first direct experience seeing an ant person and connecting with their energy.
And
And
mine too.
And yeah, and their energy was like, it almost made me want to cry. Like it was this like ancient grandfather, guardian, super heart-based, super wise. It was something very familiar to me. And so we're going to show you a picture of it here shortly. But I want you to share your side of the story because the synchronicities and the sequence of events that happen, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think the way when you connected to me, they basically you got guided to do something on your property that led to this situation and allowed them to come through. And then ever since then, we've been working. They've actually come in quite heavily into the field the past week for me, so I've been working a lot with them, but they're gonna guide us further into opening up these restoring everything back to the blueprint. So can you share exactly what you did?
Okay. Well, first thing, I'm a rock hound, and I've been a rock hound since the early 1980s. And I love the Native American culture. And when I built my house, I bought the excavator because I didn't want anybody excavating on my property that I was not in control of. So I bought the excavator. We had the foundation laid, and we're putting the floor joists up. And I put a medicine wheel under in my crawl space. And then after they put the floor joists up, they left their um, building equipment there. And so I put a motion sensor camera out there to protect it because I'd had issues with people coming back. And I put a PVC pyramid over the top of the medicine wheel. And that night, the alarm went off, the motion sensor alarm went off. So I started downloading a night camera on my phone. And just as it was downloaded, then the lights around my window had motion sensor on, and then they went off. So I held my camera up to the window and just took pictures like random bursts. And I didn't think anything of it until the next day when I was going through to see the pictures and see what they were of. And I zoomed one in and saw the face of the ant person. So I shared it with Katie, and she asked me, did they leave any prints? And I hadn't even thought of that. So I went out and I walked up the driveway and I saw these strange prints that aren't like any prints I'd ever seen in my life. So I took pictures of those too and documented those and sent those to Katie.
So let me show you guys the picture here. All right, so this was what she captured. So just that evening, she got guided to download this night vision app. And then she installed the cameras. When was it? The day before?
No, that night, as
Oh, that night. So everything happened that night. And was it the same day you installed the medicine wheel and put the pyramid on it?
um, I don't know if it was that day or if, actually the medicine wheel had been there like a week or so because they started
Okay.
the floor joists. But I put the pyramid over it the night before this happened. So
Yeah.
the pyramid and the medicine wheel combined evidently brought the curiosity of extraterrestrials.
hmm So we think it actually opened up a gate. So what I come to learn is the medicine wheel is an opening system. So it opens energies. It enables higher dimensional energies to come into the lower dimensional field. And so her putting the pyramid on top of it, it would create like this sandwich effect where you'd have a super high focused higher dimensional energies in the center of it. So in a way, that is a portal system. So she got guided to do exactly, I think, what she was meant to do, and that enabled the ant being to come through safely. So this is him. You can make out the shape of his head. Like he's got a huge head and a big eye, with a small, thin neck, but they're quite tall. I can tune into their frequency signature. That's one of my abilities to isolate frequency signature. So I can tell this is like a super, super wise, ancient guardian soul and very heart-based. And so the blue was you put the blue was your sensor light, right?
It was the thermal camera. I hadn't even had a chance to see how the app worked. It just downloaded and I clicked the pictures. It was all just instantaneous. After
Okay.
after I heard the motion sensor alarm, I started downloading the app. And by that point in time, the being got up close enough to the fifth wheel that I was staying in that it set off the light sensor motion. And then I took the pictures from the window.
So those are the footprints that she saw the next day too.
And there was three different areas that I found these prints in, and this is the only picture I did send. I don't even know where all the other pictures are yet, but there's like three different areas where these same prints were through from the top of the driveway to the bottom of the gully where my RV is.
And these were quite big too, weren't they? Were they like the size of like horse prints?
Yeah, pretty close, and I've never seen prints like that ever before or again. So
Right. Yeah. They're quite unique. Yeah, and you can tell it has 2 feet. Like the gate. How big is the gate there between the two steps?
that was probably about 8 to 10 inches in between the steps.
Okay. So I don't know about you guys, but when I tuned into this for the first time, I got quite emotional. Like I wanted to cry because it was just I can remember their energy. They were living alongside us many, 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 many years ago, and they got pushed out when we had a war. And so they've always been guardians, protectors, and they're extremely, extremely intelligent. They're very much connected to crystals and the soil and minerals and rocks and really anything to do with the interior side of the earth. And I personally believe they were the first to build the original tunnel systems. And a lot of their tunnels were taken over. I actually believe that Colorado Springs, Cheyenne Mountain was one of their areas, and then the military, the government, after everything got hijacked, took it over, and that's why they don't allow the public access to it because I bet there's a lot of hidden information in those mountains connected to truly where we come from.
Well, the folklore of the sand dunes up in Crestone is that it was made by the ant people, which I thought was interesting because I had just moved from Crestone, where I had a close encounter, very close encounter, where a big ship parked at the base of the mountain, basically in my backyard. And I came home like 1 o'clock in the morning, and there it was. And I thought, what, they build a town there while I was gone? Because there's all these lights and there was never any houses along that. And then I realized what it was. So I started filming. I got about a half hour of film off that. It's on my YouTube channel. All these things are on my YouTube channel. I document everything because I know nobody's ever going to believe me. In fact, I try and explain it away myself, like I did. And then I looked up bearded ant people, and there you go. There's a picture right there.
But okay, so you guys just look at the geometry. So look at the face here. Like
And
obviously you can just see the shadow of it, but look at this is an actual ant. It's the exact same thing.
yeah, and the feet, the prints. It's just there's you can't explain things like that away once you get given enough proof that you're not crazy. You have to believe you're not crazy.
Yeah. And so I knew she was like, I always give, this is how the creator works. In my experience is that I'm always open to meeting whoever I need to meet because they just send me who I need to meet. And then I just follow my heart and my inner guidance and everything always works out. So I knew right then and there that, okay, Sharon's really important to the mission. She's highly connected to these systems and I'll be working with her moving forward. And so she invited me out there. I think I was driving through, I think it was about a year later or so that I ended up coming through.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly when. It seems to me like it was in October or something, and because it was kind of chilly when we went up to Lover's Leap and did the ceremony up there.
Yeah, it was in October. So let me just show you some of these initial photos that she sent me. Let's see here. Start broadcast.
And it was a relief because I've been told I was crazy all my life by family and friends and everybody, but I've always been given.
Oh, do we want to show? These are some other beings that showed up later on,
Now
actually.
that's from a different security camera, that just a cheap Harbor Freight security camera takes all kinds of strange pictures, and I just take pictures of them and document everything I
And I
see.
think,
And these are mushroom looking people or phallic looking people. I don't know what.
yeah,
This,
I can't quite remember, but I think the read that we did on it was that they were Syrians or they were from Sirius. Um, but I'm not 100%.
I don't know.
Let's see here. Oh, and this was okay. These guys I have worked directly with. These guys we connected to in Jamaica, and they're elemental beings.
Now,
They're
this
water
this is something
elementals.
that I had explained this away as being a spider web with reflections until it flew in like this. When I got this picture on the security camera, I went, okay, you can't say that was just a spider web anymore.
Yeah, I think you sent this to me right after I connected with these beings in Jamaica. And that's the thing, since she's connected to the same field as me now, it's like we'll open up systems and then they'll like photobomb her security cameras outside. She'll be like, Katie, what is this? What the heck is this? Yeah. Okay, so these pictures, okay, so what's this area called?
This is called Levita. And this picture here is a picture I took at Thanksgiving. I noticed the glow on the mountain and I thought, that's really weird. And I took that picture. And then when we blew this picture up, you could see all the things that I had explained away as snow on the mountains look like spaceships all through there.
But it's not snow, right? Did you
And
confirm?
I'm pretty sure that's not snow. It looks
Yeah.
3D to me. It looks like a whole bunch of spaceships in that area. So
Yeah.
evidently that glow was some a porthole bringing spaceships in or letting them out. I don't know.
This you're talking
But
about this golden glow right here,
yeah,
right?
the orange glow, that was all I saw in
Yeah.
the picture. I just
Yeah.
I just took the picture because I thought that's beautiful. What is that? And there's dikes. They call them dikes all along this mountain where they say that's where the volcanic flows came down. And if you drive up Highway 12, Legend Highway of Legends, you can see at the base of this area where all the orange is, there's pictures in the mountain. It's based, you can see the globe here, and it shows pictures of looks like helicopters and drones and stuff on the mountain, which look like a hieroglyphic or pictoglyphs or whatever. And it's a very, very awesome area. But I was drawn to it. I had bought the property right before I was in a pedestrian versus vehicle accident, which brought me here. It's strange the way things happen. I would still be working nights if I hadn't have been mistaken for a speed bump.
Apologies for my technical difficulties.
That's all
I'm
right.
just trying to like,
They're better than mine.
I was trying to get these pictures to come up earlier and they wouldn't.
That's why I sent
Let
you
me
all those
see.
pictures ahead of
Recently
time.
saved. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Recently
Okay.
saved here. Okay, let's see here.
Here's our ceremony.
This is the one I'm looking for. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the area. This is when I came to visit, and she took me straight to this area. So that's the glow down below there. And you can see when you zoom in, like I can pick up portal systems or like a higher dimensional system with my eyes now because I'm so used to working with them. So if I slow this down, you can see that there's actually activity in this area.
Well, and
And
there was that day, there was lots of golden,
let
um,
me see if I can.
looked like
All right, so like right there. So
tornadoes and stuff going on the mountain. It was crazy.
yeah, so that's a ship right there that I just brought when I slowed it down. That thing that just pops up for a second there, and then it bilocates.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we did a read on this area, and we got that this is the undistorted Temple of Ra. So the beings that connect to the system that got pushed out to this mountain system, the Spanish Peaks, they are the Golden Bird tribes.
Okay.
And they used to, their home planet used to be in the position of the moon. Their system was in the position of where the moon's at now, and they blew it up a long time ago. So they basically got pushed out to this area. And so underneath here is literally a temple space, like a refuge that they've been here for a long time. And so Sharon has the codes to these beings, these higher dimensional beings, these golden bird tribe beings. And so oftentimes when I get called to these different systems to open them up, someone has the codes to it, the key codes in their genetics, and then or their I call it their light body system because her star family would be these beings. And then I have the access to the eighth dimension with my ship in the eighth dimension, so they can use me as a portal to beam up to the eighth dimension for healing and then come back down to return back here. So this is what we ended up doing, and I'll show you more footage. So right here, if I zoom in a little bit more, so you see how it shifts there, the dark space. So that's another ship right there.
Right. And that's the area where the orange hue is coming from.
Yes, yeah. And I think I got a screenshot. I don't know what I did with it, but I have a screenshot of one too. All
And
right.
this one next to um, where we were doing the ceremony was a rock foundation in the background, which looks like a big snake head. And this is where the tornado of gold was whirling when we were
Yeah.
driving up the mountain. Yeah. It was crazy.
So, yeah, so this is they just tell me where to go telepathically. I just blind like Sharon knew the directions and the roads and how to get to some of the peaks, but we just got guided to go down this road and they just start talking to me and I just get guided to start filming and so here there's
I did
they're
just
gonna show us something
even
so
now
there's
thinking about this.
yeah so there's a ship right here coming
Yeah.
in let me just slow it down they're so fast so
Yeah.
you
I
gotta
saw
like
that in the trees
really
out there. Yeah.
ah
There you go.
there okay let me zoom in so there's a ship right there
Okay.
and then these guys are gonna show us what they're doing here it was pretty cool okay. So
There's
there's a white orb down here. He's gonna take us to an area of the mountain. So hopefully the quality's okay when I upload this. All right, so he comes up to here.
I see the orb. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so they show us, let me just rewind it a little bit because he takes us up to this gold frequency that's opening up. I gotta like backtrack it a bit. Mm. All right, here we go. See if I can.
Okay, there's the gold. Wow, that turned out good.
Yeah. And so it starts spinning like this is the medicine wheel energy. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, so I stayed over on her property. I camped out, and the first morning I woke up, the bird beings, because I know what their geometries are, and they look like clouds to some people, but I can tell, I'll show you guys pictures of them after, but they made
Oh,
a medicine wheel in the sky, and I took a picture of my tent, and they showed up on my tent. The gold beings were on my tent. And so accidentally deleted that picture, unfortunately, but I noticed right away, I'm like, wow, there's a medicine wheel in the sky, and that was my first time seeing that.
and the cougar face on the side of that little gold spin there. That's crazy.
And so, yeah, so they're showing the opening. And this is really far away, guys. Like, we're standing at quite a distance.
Yeah, we were way down on the road.
So this starts to open up. Let me just zoom out so you guys can see it. All right. So he
And
goes
and
up.
that was just as gold as it could be. The camera doesn't show how gold it was. It was just beautiful gold up there, just spinning.
Yeah. So, and then let me show the next
And
one
this is the
here.
first time I'm getting to see these
Oh,
pictures.
really?
But yeah, yeah, we never shared those. I shared with you the ceremony, but
Yeah, I've been traveling nonstop and
yeah,
we open so many systems and work with so many beings that it's like it just
oh,
took
I
me
see
so
that.
much time just to go back through and find this and organize it because usually like once I'm done one mission, I'm on to the next thing quite quickly.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, it took me a while to find them. That's why I sent everything to you ahead of time because I knew I'd never find it. It's like it moves on my phone.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me see here. I think this had Oh, these guys. Okay. So this was another ship that showed up. So he basically came down. Let me just okay, there he is. There, wait, stop. Right here. There's one right there.
There, well, yeah.
And then he's gonna go down to this barn and then shapeshift. Let me go down a little bit forward. Okay. There he is, right here. So he goes down to this barn. Mm, okay, where did he go?
Back in the trees.
I think I'm not
There it
quite.
is. Back in the trees above the fence post.
Oh, there he is. Okay. I got my eye on him now. Okay, yeah. So he comes out of the trees here, right here. There he is. So you see him?
Yeah, looks almost like a white dove or something.
Yeah, like right here, guys. And then he comes up. Then
And
he
it
co
goes,
comes a little bit more into this dimension. Oh,
and then you can totally see the body
right here,
right on.
right there.
After I talked to you on the way home yesterday, Hawk almost flew right into my car, just right over my windshield area. It's
Of
like that.
course.
It was like a goose hawk or a peregrine hawk. It wasn't a red tail, but wow, that's crazy. And he flew right through the barn. I like that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. We can eventually do that too.
Well, yeah, as long as we believe it.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
nice.
I'll be doing in this incarnation to get my technology. All right.
Wow, that's
Okay.
great. Nice, nice pictures.
And this is you here, and there's another ship that comes down right here.
And the rock formations around this place, it's called Lover's Leap, where we did the ceremony, is just phenomenal.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play this in real time, guys, and you just see how fast they are. Yeah. Yeah, the rock, the stone, it's an ancient, ancient place. The energies are insane. So this is what happens. So when we're basically opening up the waters under this mountain that these beings are in, these bird beings, they so in a way we're freeing them so they can, I mean, they're using me as a bridge so they can get to the back to the eighth dimension, but they need a bioresonance code. So Sharon has the key codes to these beings in her system. And so they use me as the bridge to get to the eighth dimension, because they go out through my ship technology in the eighth dimension. So this is what it starts to look like. Like you'll see this plasma field. These are all bird beings in this plasma field, and they start coming out of the land.
And then when we were done, they left big smiley faces in the clouds. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Here's another shot of one of the ships too. This one. Let me see. Right.
And Katie just like feels them,
Right there.
stops and starts to film. And
Right. Yeah. You guys see that? Did you see that, Sharon?
yeah, I did.
So
And I'm gabbing, and she's like, "Be quiet, be quiet."
yeah, let me just bring that back. I'll slow it down. Okay.
Oh wow, that was fast.
Yeah. It's really hard to pick up with your naked eye.
Well,
But I'm so
that's
I
why
wore
when you blow the picture up, then you see all these things that you
right
can't
here.
see with the
Right
naked eye.
there.
Yeah.
You're like, it's a bird. I'm like, that's not a bird. They don't fly that fast. The denial.
It's a bird, but not a bird. Not in this dimension anyway.
Yeah, no, it's a very advanced, higher dimensional
Bird.
bird being, and they're half human, half bird. Basically, they look like, they're basically humans with bird traits.
There's all the goo, and that cleaned up, and now we've had so many nice days without
Oh, yes, yeah,
the
right.
horrible
Yeah.
winds and stuff before this, and
Hmm.
so much nicer here now.
So this is a huge plasma system, so it's getting thicker here. These are more of the bird beings coming out of the ground. So that's what it looks like when they're moving out, and we open these gates so they can move through me and head up to the eighth dimension. So, and oftentimes there's black goo. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we got to pull out as well. And
You
there's
see that
Cruz.
picture? The picture next to that one has got that rock formation, which is looks like the snake's head.
Oh yeah, yeah. That the rock is so ancient, and so
And I noticed another snake's head coming into Navajo Ranch Resort right after that. And I drove by that every single day and never saw that until after.
so in this shot, guys, you can see the um the other realm that they're in here. So this is the higher dimensional field. So you can see this blue plasma with magenta. This is how you can tell that there's a overlay there.
Well, interesting.
And you can see the geometries of some of the birds in there too. And okay, so this is yeah, that's the shot of the ship I got of that first place that you told me about.
Right,
Yeah, so there's one right there.
right.
And all right, so this is one up close.
Oh, wow.
This is what their light body looks like. So you can see his face a little bit,
Yeah,
the white. And so this is their organic starship. So this is his, or like his own light body system. So this is the geometry of the golden bird beings.
okay.
Yeah, pretty cool. And so after, I'm trying to think if there was any other. So after I visited Sharon, I headed north and I noticed that the plasma fields of the bird beings were following me all along the highway, all the way up to um Bighorn Mountain in Wyoming. And then I didn't realize this, but there was a lunar eclipse the next day.
Oh,
And I don't think I shared this with you, Sharon, but oh, I'll show you guys this. So this was on the way. This is one of the mother trees, and this is one of the ships flying over the mother tree. Yeah. Whoop. There he is. See him?
yeah.
Just a quick. I was filming in the car, so it's not the best. But you see him there.
And people are going to say, this is AI created. It's not.
Yeah, look at the date on the picture. AI wasn't even out at that time. So no.
Timestamps,
This was 2 years
timestamps.
ago. Um, so I want people just to get familiar with the geometries of these beings because, like, once you have an eye to pick up the geometries of them, you can pick up their bigger ships too. But this is one of their ships.
And the feeling comes too after you get familiar with it. All of a sudden you
Mm.
look out and you just look out and there they are. And
Yes.
maybe you've
Yeah.
been busy all day long and for some reason you just stop what you're doing and look out or just check the monitor on the camera and it's like, oh wow, I gotta show this Kaye.
Exactly. And so as I was driving, they basically all start coming out of the ground where Bighorn Mountain was. So Bighorn Mountain is an area that has a massive, massive medicine wheel
So
that's ancient.
I got a
So
question for you about the collapse of that mountain in Casper, Wyoming this last weekend. Did you hear about that? I'll send you pictures of that.
no, but tell me about it after.
Okay.
So they all started coming out of the mountain as I was driving, like huge plasma fields of these bird beings. And this is what normally happens when we open up these systems. And just that day, there ended up being a lunar eclipse. And so the whole read that we got that they come from the planet that was in the position of the moon made sense because they were able to move out. Because in the higher dimensions, that planet would still exist.
Wow. That gave me
So yeah, so they were able to move out through that lunar solar alignment. Here's a picture of it here. And so you see all the plasma field. This is all the bird beings moving out through the sun and the moon that day.
I'm gonna do the one shot on for a minute.
I had no idea this lunar eclipse was
Mhm.
even happening until I was driving. I was like, oh shit. So the time, and again, like synchronicity, like I get guided to go to these places at specific times. And so here these are all bird being ships. Like this is a one massive bird ship, basically. Like right in the middle, you can see the eyes and the beak. And then you can see a bunch of little ones. So these are the geometries of them. Do you see him?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like the two wings, it's like the whole
yeah,
thing is a big bird.
yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so this is,
And the energy's there. You can feel the energy
yes,
of
exactly. Once you get,
the flight energy.
yes, exactly. And so, okay. So I got guided to stop at this town and I come across this statue of called the Bird Woman.
Ah, yeah,
And I was like, of course,
look,
Bird Woman.
it's me.
Yeah.
And now I got my
And
fringe.
I know, right? Um, it was so random. I'm like, of course. So there's all these ancient
That's great.
stories of the original people that were
And
passed down connected to the bird beings in this area.
and
And that's where,
and affirmation that you're doing what you believe you're doing is what
yes,
to me. Yeah, that's great.
exactly, confirmation. And so in the background, here's the bird woman with her baby on her back. And she's like, they're literally coming out of the ground where she's facing. So,
That's
right?
I love it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
This town was
Oh,
pretty cool.
that's
Like this is an ancient
easy.
Tartarian town too. Like look, like all these buildings are Tartarian.
Oh, there you
So
go.
this was an ancient area.
Yeah.
So I believe they built that medicine wheel on Bighorn Mountain to mark the spot.
Mhm.
So it was a marker to mark the spot that these bird beings. So here's Bighorn Mountain. I actually drove up it and hiked up it in the snow with my flip-flops, which was about 8 hours out from you. So the next day I went there, and these are all bird beings coming out of the ground. So see,
Beautiful,
like you can
beautiful,
see their
beautiful,
eyes,
beautiful.
you can
Yeah.
see the geometries of them.
And
Yeah,
the
so this
big,
is Bighorn Mountain. That's this plasma field is them.
nice.
And so I made it all the way up to the medicine wheel. I didn't quite go right to it, but I was like, this is good enough. They just wanted me on
Yeah,
the mountain.
you have to pull up that Return of the Bird Tribe book because the picture on it is a Native American and it turns into the eagle on his head. It's a beautiful picture.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like bring it up on Google here.
yeah. It's Ken Carey, Return of the Bird Tribe.
Okay, let's see if I can find it. Um, Kim Carey,
Ken Carey, Ken
Return
K
of the Bird Tribe.
Ken Ken Carey.
This one?
Yeah, yeah,
Images.
yeah, yeah. That's it.
So you got guided to read this a while back?
Yeah, I read that. Read that back when I first started rock hounding. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Um, oh yeah, and I want to show you guys this medicine wheel too. So big horn medicine wheel. So a medicine wheel basically it just opens up energies. It's a spinning of energies that brings in the higher dimensional energies to the lower dimensional space, and kind of what a hurricane does.
Yeah,
So this is,
I was told to build that under my bedroom in my crawl space.
I think that's what allowed the ant being to come through.
And that's a,
Yeah, there you go.
that's
So,
a,
um, right, I'm gonna stop.
well,
I think that's all I had to share.
shout out to Dave Mahoney for introducing.
Yes, thank you, Dave. Yeah, he's a connector for sure. All right. I have a few other videos of UFOs on here, but I can't remember where they are, so I'm just gonna stop. That was enough.
People can go to my YouTube channel and see my amateur videoing. I kept turning my phone sideways because I couldn't get the whole ship, and it makes it look like the ship's going down into the earth. But all you gotta do is turn the device and make sure it was actually horizontal the whole time. And three red lights came out from underneath it, and I couldn't see that as I was recording. But two lights were behind me, and one light was in front of me. And next thing I know, I woke up and the sun was up and I had a half hour of video of the great big ship that was part.
That's awesome.
And and then as the time went on, there's a big burn field on that mountain bottom where the ship had sat. It's kind of weird.
Hmm. So we found out later on that that bird system that got pushed out to the Spanish Peaks, it's meant to be in the position of New York City.
Wow.
So I recently went to New York City a few months back, and we were opening up and clearing the water systems there. That's
Is
when they
that
had all those weird fires in the Hamptons.
is that
And
from pole shifts or what? As far as shifting
what do you mean?
the it's meant to be, you said it's meant to be in New York with the pole shifts that shifted the location.
I don't know too much about that, but the sound system. So what happens is usually when an organic field gets hijacked with the water separate, basically it separates the water, so you can be bringing in black goo, trauma-based energetics, uh, weaponized technology, and it pushes out the higher dimensional original beings that belong to that area. And so they got pushed out to the Spanish Peaks.
So,
They're not originally from the Spanish Peaks.
so that's another reason why they use the weaponized technology is to cause chaos in the energy
Yep,
systems that
exactly.
so that the alignment is broken up.
Yep,
Mm.
exactly. So we're returning the original song lines basically and
Oh,
undoing everything so everything can return back to the position it's meant to be in.
goosebumps again.
But yeah, so I'll do another show on New York because I got a whole other
Okay,
series of videos and footage from that experience too. So
great. This has been fun. Nice to reconnect with you.
yes, thank you so much for coming on,
Yeah,
Sharon. We love you so much.
so much too.
Yeah. Okay, well, keep in touch.
I
Let me
will.
know I bet there's going to be an ant being showing up soon to your camera again.
Let me know. Thumbs up.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, and I'll let you what's your YouTube channel so people know?
Um, it's in Pooter, Dragon Eye products. I'll send you a link and you can put it in the comments for this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that.
All right.
Okay, my
Love you.
dear. Okay,
Bye.
love you so much. Take care.
You too. Bye.